with me? Okay, I see Marty up in the tall chair, but I'm trying to figure out where Morris is. Morris! I see him. He's up in the chair up the hill. Morris! Breakfast! I like this view in the morning, Donnie.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
It looks way cool out the door.
That's exactly right. Don's going to the garage to clear the plate for me. Printer plate, 3D printer plate. Morris, you gonna come? Hi, boys. These two are up early today. I'm not gonna freak out if he doesn't come down because I know where he is, but Morris! Morris! Hey, buddy! Huh. I almost got all the way up the hill before he moved his head. I guess he's just really asleep. Were you catting around last night? I don't want to scare him, especially not in the wrong direction. I just want to eyeball him. Hi. Are you okay this morning? You just enjoying that sunshine? Hi. Good morning. Okay, well, I don't see any injuries or anything wrong. So I'm just going to go back down the hill and you get a big yawn there. I'm just going to go back down the hill and you come when you're ready. Of course, now I got this one following me. Hi. Next time the ground's good and wet, I'll pull out that wild grapevine, and I've got a few sprigs of something. Not poison ivy, but something coming up there that needs pulled out. Marty's on the stump to the right of the gnome home with the gargoyle. There, he's hopping down. Stripe's probably out there with him. I waited till they went to the front yard, and then I blew the parking pad, the boardwalk, and the Cybertruck off. Dawn said, and I agree, that it's probably for the best if we, you know, keep the tonneau cover free of debris before opening it, so we don't bring stuff back into the back where it's, you know, stored when it's open. So I will try to do that. Plus, I'm going to drive it, and I want it to look, you know, as decent as it can during pollen season. We're really not having a lot of pollen right now, per se. We're having a lot of maple leaf, maple tree, the little winged seed pods. They're everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Still no egg in the bluebird box, but they are in and out all the time. The nest looks done. I'm really hoping to see an egg. Ah! Don't hurt me! Or where's mine so we can have a sword fight?
Yeah, really. So we got two of these now. This one and the one we don't know where it is.
Well, the little trick of we'll find it before the new one arrives didn't happen. Mostly because we were too busy and not in the garage.
Yeah, I think it'll work.
Yeah, we're going to put this on it, and I'm going to try it when I go out there. So anyway, let me back up for just a second, because my engine... my engineer husband came out and immediately went to work checking out the specifications of the new window cleaner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway... It's okay. He's like, he's a kid at Christmas.
Yes.
So Amazon arrived with some Cybertruck goodies.
Yeah, that's right.
And it is like Christmas in April. It's technically April now. Got to switch the brain from March to April brain.
You're not fooling me.
Even though it's felt like April for a few weeks, but we're actually is April now. So we got the thing to clean the windshield. Yes. And then you can pick up the other items, Vanna, and show folks what we got.
Obviously, a tissue box.
Right, that's the tissue box. It's made for the thin boxes. Yes, not the tall. But usually what we do is, we'll figure it out in a minute. Yeah, usually what we do is we just throw some tissues from a thick box into the box. Right, that's right. I go through a lot of tissues. This is a... What do they call it? Main driver's door convenient storage pockets.
So this is the driver's door.
Yeah, well, you know, when I ordered it and when I took it out of the box, I was expecting two of them. One for each side, and we got one. Right. So I'll see how we like it. I guess it's usable as a trash can, so it has the cover on it.
Right.
And We spilled salt in Robot's door pocket, and it's very hard to get out. And I'm thinking the salt shaker is going to go in that, but we'll see. Yeah, that came with the window cleaner thing, and Don remembered it from the other time. He says it's the littlest spray bottle in the history of spray bottles, basically useless. But they said to say they put a spray bottle in the box with it, so
that's kind of handy. It's got a
lock
safety.
It has a lock. Okay. And then there was also the 3M stainless steel polish, and then there's a goodie in this box too.
Oh, there's a goodie in that.
There's
box.
A goodie in that box. This
oh,
is.
Goodie. Oh, another, wow. Like
this is the behind the monitor tray.
Oh, it's silicone also. It's just harder silicone.
Okay. I do see that it has Velcro or adhesive or something to get it to stay in place.
It's not hard plastic.
Okay.
It's not quite this kind of silicone.
Yeah, and that is adhesive. It is in 3D printer world. It's kind of like a slightly stiffer TPU.
Yeah, well,
it's like TPU. It's plastic with flexibility.
Right. This is not adhesive. This is foam.
Just to protect the monitor.
Well, yeah, to protect the monitor, but also increase the friction.
Friction. Okay.
And it's got foam here on the bottom.
Okay. So now what I want to know, and I know I'm fixing to be disappointed, but hold that up. This, and the answer is no. It won't fit there. I saw some other people, they're putting the tissue box on the floor.
Right.
In that console area,
right.
In one end of it or the other end of it. And I'm going to try to make that work even with my... I have to have the tissues near me. Having them someplace where I can't reach them is not... Although I'm well medicated right now, so my allergies aren't, you know... Don't put it back because we're just going to go put it in the car, sweetie.
Oh, you're not going to try to find the...
One that'll fit...
This is the travel size.
No, I'm going to go see how that fits in the console closer to me anyway.
All right.
And, yeah, so one could question what then I will put back here. But I'm sure I'll have
it looks somewhat useful.
I'm sure I'll have a use for it or figure out something. Of course, whatever you put there, you can see through the windshield.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
We do, you won't put any value.
Don't put a $20 bill.
Right, yep. So, all right, well, help me get this stuff outside now so I can go shopping. Yes, with my new goodies in my truck.
Yes,
I mean, our truck.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Hi. It's good to see you feeling good, Marty. It's good to see you feeling good. It is.
Walk right up to it.
We were looking for it in the box. And it came in a box that basically collapsed or fell apart when you opened it. There was no way to keep it in the box. Well, that's great. Where was it?
It was hanging on the cleaning rack.
Well, look.
When we were looking for it loose or in a box. We weren't looking for it
in a bag.
I didn't remember the bag.
Right, but Don and I both knew that the only place either one of us put it was by the car cleaning supplies. It's the only possible place. And we looked there together and separate and together again, and we still couldn't see it. But that's because...
I did not remember the bag.
But you put it in the spot where we would find it.
It was also unfortunate that the bag was...
It was
up against this way.
Oh, instead of out.
Because if we might have saw the writing, we might have said, what windshield cleaning stuff?
Okay.
You see? So we just got a little unlucky.
And we were looking for an oscillating handle and not a black canvas bag. Exactly. I hope you have your phone.
Yes, I have mine.
Okay. Because I don't actually have mine.
Okay, so I did not open this one.
So you'll be putting the thing on it.
Yes, I'll do it.
Let's do the other three things first.
Yes, ma'am.
And come back to the windshield cleaner. Because I'm going to get tested out in the truck and try to clean Case's window a little bit.
All right, so I'm going to open the thing.
Yep.
Okay. You want me to move this?
Yep. I'm filming, so you're installing.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm filming, you're installing.
Well, you need to write me a script.
No, we don't script on our channel. No.
This,
I do give him hints from time to time.
This does look encouraging. I said this does look encouraging.
But it doesn't want to quite fit in there.
Well, hang on. It's definitely got a notch here.
Yeah.
No, that's perfect.
how it looks.
That's
it's
perfect.
wedged in there, so it does have adhesive on the back.
It does.
But we won't be putting adhesive on it unless
it starts falling out.
Starts falling out.
Yes.
We're not going to put. Yeah. Thank you. That's exactly what I would have done if I was closer. All right. Well, and it being closed, so that you can put stuff in it and you can't see it and it looks tidy. I'm actually good with that.
You can take it out and
wash it
and dump it in your
dump
hand.
it. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm encouraged.
Okay. So if you wanted to keep 4 quarters for that parking meter, you'll never use in our lifetime anymore.
Right. Yes.
So that goes in the middle and put it close to the console.
Oh, what a shame!
Close to the console? No, it won't fit. It's too wide.
It's a nanometer too wide.
All right.
I shouldn't say it like that.
Hang on.
You could be forced.
Well, this was not for the Cybertruck. This was just a black, look stylish, low profile tissue box.
That's right.
That I thought would look good. I like the ribbing on the side of it. So if I just set it up there, what does it do? Well, it probably would stay there, but then, the tissue sticking out would be in every video we made, and I don't need that. So I don't know. That's a little disappointment. I will think about whether or not we're going to keep that. I don't normally buy and return stuff, but I could. Suppose the thing to do would have been to get on the other side of you.
I don't exactly know how this goes. I just assumed.
Well, look at the side. From the side, it curves up there. So somehow I think maybe
it's wanting to go like that's how it.
I do think those are adhesive and not friction. No, you're right. It's spongy. I can question it one more time.
Yes.
I'm allowed.
Yes, please do. You just question it, girl. And I just didn't have it at the right angle, sweetheart. That's all it is. That's how it is.
Okay.
I was trying to get it down lower. It doesn't go low. It stays up at that.
Well, I'm going to drive around with it today and see how good it stays in place. And you can't see that from the front, so it wouldn't be when I'm filming the screen.
That's right.
And let's see if I can even see it from the outside.
How well it stays in place.
Right.
You have to keep futzing with it. Then no.
Well, there's enough of a tin out here that you can kind of see it, like if you're super duper looking for it. But it's not real noticeable from the outside, depending on what you would put in it. Right. So I'm likely to keep that as long as it doesn't annoy me while I'm driving today.
Yeah.
The tissue box, I'm not so sure now that it's basically.
Yeah, well, you did good. I like.
It can go in the back underneath the seat in the back for anybody in the middle row, I guess. And Ruby has 2 boxes of tissues. Let's go in the. Okay. Yeah, product review specialists. We are not. But yeah, it could just be on the floor back here. Ruby actually has tissues underneath the driver's seat and up front.
Well, the other thing you should do on the review, you should leave a review for it. Say it's really nice quality, but if you think it's going to fit your Cybertruck between the, whatchamacallit?
Yeah, it's just a little too wide.
It's just too big, so I'll save yourself a little trouble.
Yep. Okay.
Because I'm sure other Cybertruck people say, hey, a black tissue box.
Okay, so just to... My geometry's not working well in my brain today. That thing that's in the driver's door, come around and try it in the passenger door. I think it's a no-go because it's it's not reflective. I think we need a reflective across the y-axis.
Listen to that, girl.
I think it won't work, but I'm a visual person, so I need to see it.
He is a graphing expert.
No, but, well, I do have a degree in math, so when we try to apply those skills every once in a while.
If it fits, I'm going to fall.
Well, it's going to fit, but the lid is the wrong way.
Yeah, there you go.
Or something. Okay, so I was right. It's not reflected. It needs to be reflected. Right. So in order to fit. All right. Well, I will see if they make a one for the passenger door instead of the driver door.
Well, yeah, but also I would say drive around with it.
Yeah.
If it keeps falling out, then no.
Yep.
Maybe over the weekend after you drove for a couple days.
Right.
Then you can order.
Okay. Right, well, first I'm going to see if it's there, put it in my cart. Sometimes the prices come down. That way I won't forget about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
One is good. I got to get salt in the car before I try to go eat my roast beef at Whole Foods and don't have salt or hard-boiled eggs.
And also you have to get floss.
Floss is already in the car, sweetheart.
In the car.
Yes, it is.
So sorry.
See, right here. Remember that little,
Oh, look at you.
did I not put, well, it's in my purse and I need to move it into there. But remember that little change purse looking thing I got and said that's for the Cybertruck?
Yeah.
It has floss and lip gloss, and I need to add a emery board.
Sure.
But Don needs all these things when he travels. Oh, and there's Excedrin.
And these
If Don is in a vehicle that doesn't have floss, Excedrin, lip gloss actually, or just chapstick, and yeah, and then I think to fix a broken nail, he can't function. I just need tissues. I just need tissues. We both might use the Excedrin.
Well, the reason I don't need tissues is because I have a handkerchief.
Well, that's because I gave that to you. I allowed you to be an old guy and have a handkerchief like my pop back in the day. Yes.
I now know why old folks wear suspenders and old guys carry.
Yeah, you've learned. Yeah.
I know these things now.
So the other thing that's coming, I think the only thing we ordered that hasn't come yet is the back seat, under the seat storage.
Right, that's right.
Which
Monday?
I think it's coming from California and it was supposed to be next Monday, but next Friday, but then FedEx says Monday, so I don't care if it arrives before next weekend because we just have to take it out when we go to Mr. Maple
we're
anyway.
Not going to use it to go to Mr. Maple.
Right. That will save that. That install is coming, but that's not. Yeah. But I am sort of desperate to have a place to put a few things, the hats and a spare jacket.
That's
right. And I am desperate for some storage in the truck somewhere. But yeah.
Right. That keeps it tidy.
Yeah, so I'm going to Guardian Angel, but I'm not meeting Michelle. It's late. It's already noonish or a little bit later. Yep. And then I've got one more place I think I'm going to go, assuming it's all good afterward.
Right.
We don't tell Don when we're going to other places that sell plants. We just keep that very quiet, and we don't allow that to be known, yes.
I just remember I'm in there working.
I'm giving him a look, and he's giving me a look too.
Earning the do-re-mi.
Right. I'm making the videos that don't earn us any do-re-mi.
That's okay. I love you.
So we have an Amazon Associates link, and I don't try to sell stuff on this channel, but I do when we use a product that you might be interested in, put the link in the video description. So I will put these products that we've added to the because I do get questions sometimes, well, which one was it? Right. You know, if you want to help me buy, one more gadget or something, then use my link, and it's appreciated.
That behind the screen, depending on what we need to carry, because that's going to be really low down to reach all the way down to the floor. So that will be handy for the whole, every now and then I put something up there. Your
wallet while we're driving down the road, but don't leave it in the car. Well, Don doesn't like his wallet in his pocket on some of the cars because it hurts his back or he can feel the bump.
I feel the bump.
And so maybe your wallet while you're driving, but remember to grab it when you get out of the car. Okay. Yeah, or something like that. Because your wallet's black. It's not like it's going to stick out like a sore thumb up there. Yeah. Okay. Since I've gotten such a late start, I went ahead and made Don some lunch. He likes this salmon snack plate a couple times a week. Works for him.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, I wanted to take care of you before I left because,
wow.
I'll be coming in later than is convenient for lunch, and you'll be hungry, and
that's right.
We can't have that.
No, can't have it.
Green screen.
Yes, good old green screen.
So you just pull up on the green fabric triangle piece. It just pushes and opens. There's no twisting or anything. And as Don always told me on Ruby, you got to be really careful of the fabric on top of the glass. You don't want to be rubbing that part. So it would be hard to get all the way down there, but this is my arm and I'm not reaching too hard and I can reach all the way down there. So I'm thinking that this is going to be good. Now, my personal recommendation, and it wasn't as bad in front of me You know, I'm doing this left-handed while I film. It wasn't as bad in front of me as it was over on the passenger side. The passenger side had a lot more stuff on it. And I can see where it's going to be, in order to do a good job on the passenger side, I'm probably going to have to sit in the passenger seat, but that's fine. And my recommendation with all the car windshields on the inside is never apply any product, ever. And when there's condensation at the right time in the morning or the evening, typically in the morning, you know, where there's a little wet on the inside of the windshield, that's the time to rub it. That's the best time to rub it. But that's just what works for me. That, you know, I've been dealing with Ruby's windshield since 2017, and I was always cleaning it in the morning when I was on my way home after dropping the kids off at school. Maybe sometimes on the way, occasionally at a stoplight. Anyway, it would drive me nuts. So that's just how it was. That's just what works for me. But I would say this thing is long enough. I don't remember the specs on the length, but it's got to be 18 to 24 inches plus my arm length. And I'm 5'7". I got, you know, average length arm. I can't reach it. You know, I can't reach it like tall boy in the house. This is, you know, this is as far as I can reach without it. Okay. So, I'm going to go around the passenger side and do that. I may have to wait until there's a little moisture on the inside for it to be super effective though. And don't mess with the fabric down there. It's not worth it. We did order these 2 cute little trash can things. It does have a spring. It pushes. And it comes with the little doggy bags, which I keep underneath the clean bag. It's taking up a cup holder space. You can put it in the door pocket. We'll just have to see if that works out long run to be useful at all. This does not have a passenger side, and I do think that the listing on Amazon is deceptive and making you think that there's 2. And it's really pricey for 1. So it's soft, and if it stays, I'm going to be happy with it still, but I, you know, thought there were 2 for the price, so it's too pricey. And then I thought the ad was deceptive, so I don't really like that from the seller. But I did make it so that all of the I don't want to have to take it out of auto and to be ordered to put the fan down, but okay. I did put all of the things that we've bought in the video description that will go up with this video. And the Amazon links and the Tesla links. But, you know, watch what's happening with the products and do, you know, make your own informed decision. And if nothing else, it might help you know that thing exists. So then you can go find the one that you really want to use. You know, sometimes knowing the name of it is helpful. We don't have the frunk clips yet. They're just going to wedge in up at the top, but they snap closed. So instead of having this hook that's there all the time, you just kind of flick it down and then you have the hook. So I think that's good. Sometimes you're going to want to put packages in there and you're going to break the hook, or the hook's going to damage something or be in the way. You can set the stuff down. I don't think flicking it open is going to be a problem as far as having a hand to do that. It might be, you know, a little annoying to flick it open. I don't know. They look really nice. They're the ones Julio had. So that's in the listing, in the video description. We don't have those yet, but they're coming and we're installing them. And the same thing with the under the back seat storage area. Ordered, but not here yet. I had to hit work. Guardian Angel, the thrift store where I'm on the board of directors is, and where I'm headed, is my work location. Because it gets me started headed toward town, even if I want to change it up a little bit after on the way. That's just a good default for me. Kind of like Dawn has work to be the splash pad at South Park, because we're usually headed to work out. Anyway, Dawn had unplugged me and I'm going to hit self-driving, and I am still not tired of how excellent Case is getting me out of the driveway on FSD. It's awesome. There's only one cat up here right now, and it's Marty. And I made sure that he was totally out of the way before I got in the car. I actually don't know where Stripe is, but when Stripe's around, Stripe's rubbing my legs. He's a leg rubber. And I did put this video up on X. I guess you kind of got to be in the truck with the truck doing its thing maybe to get the whole feel for it. But you could see the front and the back wheels doing different stuff. So it didn't quite make it in 2 turns there. It's not a problem. It can get out on its own, and it knows where the driveway exit is, and I'm happy. So not a problem. Oh, I did also go ahead and order a cube-shaped PLU black tissue holder and a box of Puffs Plus lotion cube box tissues to go in it, to go on the tray that's up here or down below where my purse is, whichever place I want to go. That really was unfortunate that that wide box was just a little too wide. Super nice black box, but just a little bit unfortunate on the sizing there. I do have some goodies for the staff. I have some Ferraro hazelnut candies and some of the Kinder eggs, and they're in cute little 3D printed holder things that I did. I'll put a picture up because I took a picture right before I assembled them. Neither one really wants to stay in the 3D printed thing well, but that's okay. I don't want to smush the chocolate trying to force it in there. It's clear. You can go anytime now. There is a utility pole to the left that partially blocks the view there. So I can't really fault the truck for really trying to make sure that it was safe. Yeah, I am planning on, assuming nothing comes up between now and then, going to a plant place out in the country, Tar Heel Nursery, after Guardian Angel. I mean, I could put plants in the car first and then go to Guardian Angel, but, you know, leave climate on, it would be no problem. But I'd rather do Guardian Angel first. I've got the chocolate, then I'd have to leave the the climate on while I'm at the nursery to not let the chocolate melt. The chocolate was in the freezer though, so it's cold. It won't melt super quick. Yeah, I thought it would be a nice drive over there. It is a little bit of a drive, and I have been to this place before, but it has been eons since I was to this place. I don't know, it's possible it's been 20 years, but they advertise on Facebook all the time, and it's a nice little local family-owned business, and they sometimes have a little different stuff than what you'd find at Lowe's and Home Depot. And also, since they're out in the country just a ways, they're kind of down toward Benson. They're kind of between Angier and Benson. So I don't know if they have an Angier address or a Benson address, but now don't leave the truck go. I mean, the motorcycle guy go. Don't get too close. Don't make them feel uncomfortable. I'm sure, given the length of the hood. All right, you can go. It probably seemed like we were a little closer than we were, but I don't need to crowd him. I wasn't in that. I wanted to tell the the truck I'm not in a rush. I am going to go ahead and change to sloth mode through town. And oh, you know what? I don't know why that is. So work put in the splash pad, which is Dawn's work. I haven't sorted out the why one of my profiles goes to Dawn's profile. That's all that's happening here. So long press for Grok. Can you please change my destination to Guardian Angel Thrift on Main Street, Fuquay, Varina?
Done. Heading to Guardian Angel Thrift Store on North Main Street in Fuquay, Varina. It's 1.8 miles away, about 6 minutes.
Okay, well that was easy enough, and I'll get back into self-driving on the other side of the intersection.
Sounds good. Safe travels through that intersection. Let me know if you need anything else.
Goodbye, Grok. He did go away. Because I'll be videoing now, and he'll be thinking I'm talking to him, and well, I kind of like having Rex along with me in the car for the ride. Silly girl that I am. So I don't know why we slowed up quite as quick as we did. Maybe the flashing lights, like, you're going too fast. But here's this, you know, I am doing 25 now and I'm in the 25 speed limit. So maybe chill. It just feels a little bit uncomfortably slow. And chill is also staying at 25. So I wonder if I push the scroll wheel up just a couple times. Oh, that doesn't do what you think it does anymore. It changes the drive. So that's what's happening. I'm changing the speed profile instead of the speed by hitting the scroll wheel. In Ruby, I can still hit the autopilot stalk, and it, in some cases, will affect the actual speed. And yeah, I saw we went through the yellow light and I was okay with that. I'm not sure I would have stopped either. Yesterday, Case stopped me at one stop thing, and it was an uncomfortable stop, and I just wish he'd have gone through the light. So, you know, it does both still sometimes, and hopefully it's, you know, making the best informed choice that it can based on the data of what's around the car, what street it's on, what the speed limit it is, stuff like that. But I did have one pretty brisk hard stop yesterday, and I was like, yeah, Case, we just could have gone through the stoplight and that would have been fine. So I have thought about the videos a little bit, and yeah, I usually talk all the way to Guardian Angel. It's not very far and I have a lot to say. Sorry. You know, some of the things I'm talking about are very FSD specific or navigation specific to pretty much the entire fleet of hardware for Teslas, and to some extent all the others. And then, of course, some of the stuff I'm talking about is strictly Cybertruck stuff, and there's a little bit of a blending of the lines between the two. Hopefully it's easy enough to follow. For anybody that's new here, you know, you haven't seen me out driving in Ruby yet, but you could go back and watch any Tuesday or Thursday video pretty much, and I'm out driving in Ruby to get a feel for what that's like, you know, to kind of see where the differences are or aren't. Tuesdays and Thursdays are usually shopping days, and Tuesday in particular I often go, you know, up into Cary and a little farther away. So I'm interested to see what the Cybertruck with the steer-by-wire does here. I hate it that FSD puts the turn signal on while going through an intersection. I was taught by my personal driving instructor, Coach Bryant, in high school to never change lanes or signal in the middle of an intersection. You either do it before the intersection or you do it after the intersection. And let's face it, I'm sure in some places you need to signal and move quick, but in here in Fuquay you don't. You've got plenty of room and you don't need to do that. But anyway, both of these this parking lot's low. And I was just a little jerky there, but just a little. I was just really interested to see, I'm taking over to park now. I was just really interested to see how it would handle that turn. It typically does want to come in and, yeah, I'm trying to decide, you know, that truck is where I normally park, and I wasn't sure that that was going to be a great parking space for me today. Anyway, I think I'll just park here. Probably up far enough. Yeah, I mean, it's fine if they've stopped in to shop or whatever, that they will get in trouble if they try to live out of their vehicle in the parking lot. So the mom in front of me came out to her vehicle with her two high school or early college boys. It was like she showed up with Johnny and Sam and they took off. The kids had a couple of things, and I pulled up a little forward when I saw where I was. I do agree, if that spot's open, that's probably my parking spot with the Cybertruck. You know, I feel 100% sure I was the first Tesla to ever stop here to go shopping at Guardian Angel, my Model X. And then I feel sure I'm the first person to stop in with a Cybertruck too, because there's only 2 or 3 in Fuquay. And, you know, it takes a special person to shop at the thrift store with their Tesla. That's a really cute craft. Somebody made it out of a plant pot. I don't know how great it would hold up in the rain, though. This is a Corel pattern I hadn't seen before, but see how the artwork is all damaged. I don't know what they did to it to do that, but can't take that home. What a pretty washcloth and a bath towel that matches the hand towel I got last week. I found Michelle a mermaid, signed you are a mermaid sign, and look what they had. They had the big size of the watermelon and ant flag that I found at the other guardian angel. Plus, oh goodness, there are 4 mini flags. Butterflies, hummingbirds, cute owl, and friends are always welcome zinnias or daisies. I need hangers. These are the really thick ones. He will pick those up. A gray blanket, a black, really spiffy storage container for $1.50. I will take a lint roller to it, and it'll be in good shape. This top just, you know, lifts back. And then this has a butterfly on it, so I just can't leave it. And another Pyrex for my hummingbird nectar. Navigate to Tar Heel Nursery. See if I can find this. Old Stage Road, that is the correct location. And it's 10 miles and 19 minutes. So it's far-ish, but it's not super far. And coming back over, I won't have to, you know, it'll be a little shorter because of where the house is. I think it'll bring me back across Rawls Church Road or something. So, all right. I had a good time in there. Of course, I miss Michelle. Everybody was really happy with their little Easter goodies. Yeah, it's the truck behind me. It did not want to pull through that space, even though there's no cement there. It beeped at me as I was going forward, and I'm like, I know darn well there's nothing in front of me. So it has me turning to the right. This is a really tricky, oh yeah, you go car, you go. Should be no problem to turn those wheels on the Cybertruck, baby. Well, that was easy peasy. Look at the sky today. 85 degrees, but look at that sky. So we're going down to quote-unquote 5 points and going south on 55. And left on 210 and right onto, I guess, Old Stage. Sounds about right to me. I can't fault those navigational instructions. I do wish I had my afternoon coffee. I've only had 2 cups of coffee today. A 3rd cup would be enjoyable right about now. Or maybe I had 3. I think I only had 2. What's 3 or 4 cups? No worries. I do have cold water. But I did not, I guess I did keep climate on. But my water's not particularly cold. So, being very polite here. No one in the entire Fuquay of Fuquays would have not gone forward there. But I'm glad the Cybertruck's polite. Well, this person could have come over and gotten in if they had been a little bit faster. I would have took the gap. So this Tar Heel Nursery is down Old Stage Road. It's out sort of in the middle of nowhere. You know, 10 miles south of Fuquay is kind of in the middle of nowhere. And like I said, they'll have some different sort of annuals and perennials than what Lowe's or Home Depot would have. And they're also right there where Broadwell's wholesale nursery is, where I used to haul home all of my plants from when I lived in Willow Spring, including, well, that's where Dawn's big Japanese maple came from. We bought that down there. It was probably a 7-gallon or a 10-gallon, and we paid $50 for it all those years ago. It was a good deal. The Emperor won out at the street too. We came home in the GMC with 2 trees. And you know, I bought camellias out there, and they got fruit trees, and they've got all kinds of shrubs and bushes, but they have horrible roads in the nursery, so I don't know that I would try to take the Cybertruck in there, even though the Cybertruck, I'm sure, could handle it. But I will salivate looking over at Broadwell's while I'm down there, because I would love to drive through in somebody else's vehicle and not a brand new one. It's okay. They just have a lot of rough cement and mud, and, you know, it's a working farm that's not meant for tourists. Well, this is another example of where it's changed its mind about where it's sending me. At least I think it changed its mind. It's now sending me out 42 to Panther Lake Road to Old Stage Road. And then, you know, just straight across on Old Stage, down across 210. So maybe that is what it was and I misunderstood. I don't know. This is perfectly fine. I mean, going from Willow Spring from my old house, I would have, probably would have waited one more second to start the turn there if it was me driving. You know, down Old Stage Road or whatever is how I would have gone from the house in Willow Spring, so. But I'm sure we'll come back, well, I feel pretty sure we'll come back differently to the house, but we'll see. As long as it gets me there. So this is the back entrance to the new Target. I need to ask Sam to meet me over there. I'm sure some of you would be interested in seeing a tour of the new Target. I hear it's huge, currently very short pickup times, and see the back entrance here, and very bright because there's lots of skylights in the store. It must be one of those LEED certified buildings or something. You know, they don't want to use a lot of electricity when they don't have to, so let the sunshine in, I guess. I don't know. I do want to check it out sometime. I'm just, you know, not dying to check it out, but I do want to go over there and check it out. Yeah, so taking Panther Lake here is just it's actually at the stoplight, so that was putting on the turn signal too early. Well, not quite at the stoplight. It can be the stoplight, but can also be here. Anyway, it's just basically making a triangle instead of going 42 down to Old Stage and turning. Panther Lake will intercept Old Stage a little lower. Making a triangle with the triangle. Yep, nothing like traveling on a little backcountry farm road. Been coming down this road since '93 to go to Broadwell's. Got a lot more cars on it now than it used to. But still pretty country. We're closing in now. We're coming up to the 210 intersection, and we're only like 1.5 miles from the nursery. There's quite a few places to buy plants on Old Stage. There's a little nursery that's going to be up here on the right. I think that one just might be called Old Stage Nursery. And then there's Tar Hill Nursery, and then there's Broadwell's, and there might even be a couple others. I do remember when this used to be a 4-way stop. The stoplight makes a lot more sense. They were having some serious accidents here. You know how it is. They don't have a light when you need one, and it takes somebody having a fatality accident before they put the light in. Kind of frustrating. We are near the farm that sells fresh blueberries in season. There's a place to pick over here. A lot of places around here for strawberries, but only a few places for blueberries. off the long light. All right, anytime now. I got plants to look at. All the people use Stage Road Animal Hospital. I guess their costs are down a little bit because they live outside of Fuquay. They don't have to pay city taxes. While the road at Broadwell's is horrible, I do believe the road at the, and these greenhouses are all associated with Broadwell here. I've driven around in here hundreds of times. But the little nursery's right here. And they do seem to have a fair number of people here today. Well, you know, you got to get your plants before the weekend, so over the weekend you can plant them. I am all the way in the driveway, but this person is, I don't know. I guess we're having a little traffic jam today. I thought I saw a place down here on the end, but it's possible I was wrong. Hopefully not. Isn't there room for one more car there? Huh. I guess it's going to take me back out because there's no room. It looks like we could park across the street. So just as you heard my foot hit the brake. I guess the car decided there's no place for you to park, so we won't, we'll just leave. Or it knew there was more parking over here. I don't know. But it looks like it's okay to park here. And I don't mind walking across the street. I'd rather have easy parking and walk a little farther. I've got some nice homemade bluebird houses. So just like a little golf tee pin to open it. It's nice, nicely done. Greenhouses. So apparently I went right instead of left, and right is tropical plants and hanging baskets. There are some nice looking clematis vines. Yep, all the times I come down to Broadwell's and spent hours over there, I never came here. Weird, I know. So the Gabbera daisies are $6. Some of the stuff is small and growing. You know what would be nice to find here is if they had the coleus I like. Geraniums. I think I see coleus down here. I bumped up against the plant that was hanging like this one down here, and I thought for a minute a cat like Stripe had rubbed my leg. Funny, I know. Is this coleus? It is. Not the pretty orange I like though. I'm having trouble walking. You guys can't tell, but I'm kind of sideways because of where the hanging baskets were. Well, those are okay, but not my favorite varieties. Maybe there'll be some more. They also didn't have a price on them, but you got to figure if most of the stuff in that size pot has been $6. So at Lowe's yesterday, the big pots that size but square were $7. Or no, $7.99. They were $8. So while $6 doesn't seem good, it is cheaper than Lowe's. Well, I wish they had a price on it. A little dry. And I also wish they had that pretty orange color I'm so fond of. That noise is the peacocks. Broadwell's always had peacocks up here, and I probably travel back and forth between the two nurseries. Well, it is pretty. I don't know. These are all shade-loving varieties. I did look. As you know, most like shade, but a few like sun. The coleus is $6, and it's super huge, and I'll come back and pick one before I leave. I don't want to cramp my filming or walking style until I'm ready to go. This is a mosquito plant. I've never planted. I think I had one maybe 1 year. I don't really know if it does anything or not. Looks like a lot of ferns in this greenhouse. Well, there are a lot more greenhouses here than I remember. I heard the peacock again. So many greenhouses. I really didn't know there were that many. Well, I don't need ferns. You guys know I got my ferns at a super good deal. Clearance at Walmart. Alright, I don't think I can get through this house to any other houses. Back the way I came. Mr. Maple is a little more fun. Every time where I turn at Mr. Maple, I see something I want. Okay, today I'm officially missing not having my backpack purse because I have that big bag slung over my shoulder and it's a bit much. That's a nice touch. Veggies, zinnias, and a variety of coleus. So flats of 36 plants are $15.99. Some of them are a little tiny still. Just gotta say it. But not all of them. And you are allowed to mix and match. You don't have to buy a whole flat, so that's convenient. This house has impatiens, vinca, and alyssum. Alyssum. You'll do a lot better with peonies if you buy them already sprouted in a bucket at the right height. I have never had luck with ones that were dry rooted from Walmart. If you need geraniums, this is your place. There are a lot of geraniums here. $16 for the large plant. I wouldn't say that was good or bad. At least they are nice looking plants. These plants not for sale, huh? Well, there's some really nice geraniums there. I mean, begonias. Sweet potato vine. Always a nice mixed pot filler. Alright, well I guess I'm going to go back and get one coleus plant and call her good. Thought it was a canna lily at first, but it's a banana plant. Ah, here's butterfly bush. My goodness, those are tiny. Tiny for $15. Way too tiny. No way. Well, I do really appreciate the Cybertruck having its own built-in plant tray. Just saying. And I guess I am going to go down the Broadwell's driveway and at least turn around down there and take a peek. Take a peek. They point me in the direction of the camellia greenhouse for this year, I'm in trouble. Big azaleas. I spent so much time coming in here, this is like coming home. Got to be careful on the one-way drive. You got to go slow over the potholes. I used to bring the Chevy S10 pickup truck in here. I did bring the van with the kids. God, they hated it when I would bring them here. It was a horrible thing for them to have to sit in the van with the DVD and the air going. It was just painful for them. Nah, they were mostly good about it, but Mom liked to come often, so they were not totally. But hey, you know, at least today I'm using the truck like it's a truck. And there should be no way I'm not able to get in and out of anything over here with the truck. I came this way instead of the other way because I knew that the road was not too bad in this direction. So there's a few Japanese maples. Those look like Tamakuyamas up there. This is right around where Dawn and I bought ours. There are some maples in there. I don't know what variety they would be. But I would buy a camellia from them, but you know, I go buy my maple from Mr. Maple. And then there's probably mostly Bloodgood, Tamakiyama, and Emperor One, because they're a, you know, a wholesale business, but they do sell to the public. Sometimes the camellia greenhouse is just left of where I went right. A lot of Loropetalum in that greenhouse. Ooh, baby. I'm being careful with your truck, Donnie. Go nice and slow over the potholes. Yeah, it's hard coming in here with a car. I had Ruby down this way one time. We had the GMC more. So they have, I would say they have more Japanese maples. Oh, look. What is that? It's a green. I bet that's either waterfall or filigree. Some people say they're the same. Not bad. So a lot more Japanese maples than they used to have. I bet you if you really wanted you a bonsai, there's a broke off one in the corner of the greenhouse that they can't sell. I bet you could find you a bonsai one. Goodness gracious, how many more Japanese maples are they gonna have? There's just a ton. Well, I would like to get out and look at camellias if I could have. This one too? Holy moly. Like I said, so this is about the size we brought home the other day. Years ago. And I can see that we paid $50 and they have $125 on that tree. Maybe it's a little bigger. I don't think it's much bigger. I do not think it's much bigger. And in here too. Well, I tell you what, if you weren't willing to drive to Mr. Maple or have Mr. Maple ship you a tree, you should come over here. You're going to get you know, if you want that one really nice tree in our area for your front garden, you need to come here. And they have every bush known to man down here too. Buford hollies and they just got everything. It would be better for me if I could get turned around, but I know where this goes, and really slow through here and then up the other side is going to be the best. I have noticed the Cybertruck in the last few days, a couple times when there's not really anything in front of it right then. For example, the front camera thinks it sees an object. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm looking if this one is okay to go or I should take the next one up. I'm thinking this one is okay. All right, I've off-roaded today in my truck, not in my quote-unquote SUV. I'm in my truck. Wow, the maples in the houses are just beautiful. Hopefully by the time I get home, there won't be any mud on the tires. Don won't see this video until tomorrow. Or the next day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to tell him. He's been out here with me before. He knows what the road's like out here. If I tell him I went to Broadwell's, he'll know. I'm only doing 4 miles an hour. Not like I'm racing down these bumps over here. Well, I am really... So these are... Looks like some cherry trees over on the right. But I am seriously telling you, if you need you a Japanese maple, come here. Well, sometimes the camellias would be in the first greenhouse when you turned this direction, or sometimes they're in the first greenhouse on the other direction. And I just didn't run into any today. And there's Weigelia out here, and there's spirea, and there's, like I said, every kind of holly and false holly you could possibly want. And think I'm the first Cybertruck to come to Broadwell's? I bet I am, baby. The guys, so it's all cash operation. Don't come with your credit card. And the guys hang out up here. It's an honor system. You just stop and you talk to the guy up here and hand him your money. He comes and he sees what you got and he counts it and you hand him your money. See, that really was better than me turning around and coming back the way I went. Sometimes the camellias are just the other side of that barn in the greenhouse over there, but I'm not going to head that way. I would like to ask the guy what Japanese maples were back there. Wow, so they have Emperor 1, Tamakiyama, and Bloodgood, like I thought. Is he waiting for me to move? But the problem is that there's all these cars behind him, so I'll just be over here to the side for a minute. But they also have a 3-gallon Geisha Gone Wild for $60. They have Waterfall Veritas, like I thought. They have Butterfly back there. And she said there's a couple of more names that she couldn't pronounce, but she was very helpful. So, yeah, I guess in my next life it wouldn't be impossible for me to go work at a garden center somewhere. Uh-oh, this guy's going to turn in. Well, you guys, that's nice that you're turning in, but I'm not going all the way off on the side. It's sort of like a 1-lane road, and I was here first. This is the way it is. All right, well, that's fine. That's what you want to do. Anyway, yeah, I think a 3-gallon Geisha Gone Wild for $60, and I'm sure it looked really nice. I'm just going to tell you that's a good price. You can probably get a 1-gallon at Mr. Maple for $35 to $45, and it'll be a really nice size plant for a 1-gallon. But that's good. Let me navigate home. All right, I'm done driving. And I did get it, Donnie. I didn't haul home a Japanese maple. As tempting as it would have been. Yeah, I told the lady there that I've been coming there since the 90s, since 93, and that my husband and I have bought a Tamakiyama and an Emperor 1 about 10 years ago. And she goes, I bet they're doing great. I said, they sure are. Well, I don't know that the truck made navigating Broadwell's any easier because the road is just that bad in there. But I wasn't worried about damaging the truck like I would be worrying about damaging the car. So that was goodness. Come on, you guys. You go so I can go. That would be good. I'm ready to go. Wow, I love how the truck stays in its lane. Well, thanks for the tour of Broadwell's, Case. Yeah, I had kind of guessed it would take me back on Rawls Church. So it is taking me into Anger, and then it's going to turn me over toward my side of Fuquay. Well, it's a whole nother level of trip out. Woo, baby! Being on this narrow road with lots of sharp curves. The truck really does obey staying in its lane pretty good. I did take over when we went to turn in right past the bus that was waiting at a stop sign, because there was this ginormous pothole and I just didn't want to risk Case going off into the pothole. But other than that, the truck's really been doing a good job. Whatever this navigation route is over here to get me home was way too many turns. I just would have assumed stayed 210 straight into Anger and then got on Rawls Church. And I guess it was really trying to save me the most. You could go now, the truck's turning. It's all right if you go. Tried to take me the absolutely most efficient route home, which required, I think Dawn was out here one time and Jules are roboting us like, goodness gracious, just take the main road and get me home and stop with all these little tiny back road things. So this is Anger, and here's I understand what it did. It got me around downtown Anger, but I really probably would have enjoyed the ride more just on 210 and turned left at the stoplight down there versus all those little narrow roads. It was getting to be, woo baby. Man, it is a good day to be out for a drive in the Cybertruck. Look at that sky and the green grasses and the warm sunshine. It's 82 degrees outside the city. A little cooler than inside Fuquay proper. At the last stop sign, I did put my foot on the accelerator. She was going to let the guy on my right go after he got to the stop sign after me, and it just confused things, and I just wanted Case to go. I said her again. Wanted Case to go across. I was just done. Not in a waiting mood. Well, I'm on 401 coming into Fuquay now. Just got off Rawls Church Road. By the way, Rawls Church is in the opening drone video. But anyway, there's the train. And something at the train is really backing up the traffic making the left turn there. But those R.J. Corman trains around town, they're not very long. They don't keep the road closed. Don't keep the road closed much. Wow, I went up another percentage point today. 95%, baby. Well, two things. One's going to make you happy.
Oh, good.
I went to Broadwell's and I didn't buy anything.
Hot dog.
They had a 3-gallon Geisha Gone Wild for $60, and I don't have a Geisha Gone Wild. They have so many Japanese maples now. Like, oh my God, they've got 15 varieties of Japanese. Wow. They have all the greenhouses along the front in the area where we bought the Tamakiyama and the Emperor one. Yeah. Every single one of them's got maples in it. Every single one.
So I know you had a good time there.
I did, and I took the truck off-road.
Oh, it's been off-road.
Right. Well, you remember what those craters?
Oh,
yeah, 4-mile-per-hour drive, and I was careful. I stopped at the driveway and I looked and I went, oh God, thank God the tires aren't dirty. Yeah. But you would have seen the video, or I could have not brought it to your attention that I off-roaded your truck. I was very careful. But I thought, I was down there and I went to Tar Heel Nursery and I was just going to come home, and I'm like, the little nursery out front that I've never been to.
That's right.
I probably wouldn't go back.
Okay.
It's okay. If I was going to Broadwell's, sure, stop in and look, but I wasn't.
Special trip,
I got a couple of coleus and it was okay, but yeah. But Broadwell's called me and said, come home. come home, Marianne.
You said you didn't buy anything.
I didn't buy anything, but I got to go home to I mean, I used to spend so much time down there. It was like a second home. I should have offered to start selling on the weekend when they needed extra help, because I could tell everybody where everything was down there and what the prices were, and I could collect the cash just as good as the rest of the people. So, yeah.
Okay.
And my full self-driving percentages now, even though I drove on to Broadwell's property, is up to 95%.
There we go.
Yesterday it went up to 94 from 93, and today it's up to 95, baby. Woo!
Yeah. Okay.
Remember those roads in and around Angier, that little nursery we went to last year, and either Robot or Jules, and it was the back roads, and it was turning every 5 seconds, and there were potholes and narrow and everything else.
Yeah.
Well, the Cybertruck brought me down. Case brought me down that road today. Those roads today, and the truck maintains its lane better than the Y, in my opinion. I guess because of the steer-by-wire. I mean, even though it's really big, but that was getting interesting. You know how that backcountry road is. Like, whoa, baby, it's a little narrow over here.
I remember that was actually Jules ran off the road.
That's right. We messaged Adam and we're telling him what the car. Yes.
Would not stay in its lane, those curves.
Yep. But that was the FSD release, not the Y. I mean, that was probably version 12 or something, and not 14. But
14.
But all things considered, for a huge honking vehicle, it stayed on the road okay. It did a good job in the turns and with the speed and on standard. So yeah.
Glad to hear.
Anyway, hi. Don says he's done for the day, and it's 4:35.
Yeah, well, I've been done. Since I've been out here, I literally logged off as I came out.
Yeah, when Don hasn't been coming out to meet me as fast as I want, it's because he's trying to finish up so he can log off so he doesn't have to go back after he helps me.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Anyway, so that means you got time to do stuff.
Well, your printer job won't be done for another 45 minutes.
Oh.
So that means that I have time for a nap before I put the
lights on. Okay. I would really love the lights on.
Yeah. I'm just going to put that on.
Okay. Nap first, then lights. Okay. We're having St. Louis ribs.
Oh, sounds great.
So I do have a plan for dinner. Don worries unless he knows I have a plan. I don't know why. I just make bacon and eggs. It's not like it. Yeah, it works. But anyway, okay.
All right.
I just wanted you to know that I called for Morris. He came, and he doesn't seem to have any injuries or be feeling poorly or anything. So, our boy was just tired this morning. Maybe he'd eaten something else. Wasn't starving. But he seems to be doing fine. Hey, buddy. And Marty says, if you don't want to eat right now, I'll eat. I'm going to put together the Lego Project Hail Mary movie set ship. With the main characters, Rocky and Grace. I just feel like doing this. I thought I would have it done before the movie, but right after the movie, while the movie is still out and popular and stuff is good. I will get back to my house, probably right after this, if I had to guess. I would say I've got 2 full days left to finish this left upper side. Possibly 3. It depends on how long the working sessions are. But I'll be back to it soon. There are 6 bag numbers and 3 or 4, it looks like 3 large parts that are in a separate bag for when you need them, which is pretty standard. Big parts usually are packaged together. I probably cannot do 830 pieces before dinner. I'm sure I can't, and I don't want to rush through it. So I'm going to do half of it tonight and half of it tomorrow night, or depending on how long Dawn's in the garage. But, yeah, I would plan for this to take me 2 days to have fun and enjoy it and not rush it. I'm not just going to be here listening to my book and going forward.
Well, I'm out here. I took the AMS off. I'm going to put that frame up here that raises it up about an inch, the glass top. And has LED lights, allows you to put LED lights, and it lets the AMS tip. We did the same thing to the old printer, so we're going to do it to the new P2S today. So hopefully everything will go nice and smooth. Well, there it is. I've put it on. I kind of like the little glow transparent, the light shining through. That's going to look pretty cool at night. A lot of times I come out in the garage and the lights aren't in the garage. It's probably going to look pretty space cadet over here. Anyway, the lights, definitely those lights that I ordered were the right ones. They're super sticky, and they just went on very smoothly. I actually let it run a little long. Next time, I wish, not that it'll ever be a next time, but I went counterclockwise. I should have went counterclockwise. And if I'd have done that, you see that light there? That light would have come across the back. It would have been longer across the back and threw some light down here. So right there, you know, it's the short side of the thing. You can't fold it back over itself, so I just cut it. But that does light up down there quite nice, but I would have rather had it come all the way down the long side. So that's the thing to watch out for if you do this. Don't do it counterclockwise, go clockwise, and then that way it'll fold back, and you'll get it all down the long side, because it's good to have some light back there. Anyway, I'm happy with it. That designer, that lady who designed this, she really did a super good job. It went together like bing bang bong. It was no problem whatsoever. Everything fit perfect.
Well, I had an announcement on Alexa from Don that it was good to go. I could send my print. He put gold on for me because I got something to print in gold. So I thought I'd come out here and check it out in person. I'm very glad that it didn't cost you a whole lot of time.
Yeah, it was very straightforward. It took me exactly an hour. And that's within...
Woo! Look at that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we got translucent, baby. Woo!
Yeah, I like it.
I like it. I'm sure that Don has done all of the, videos, but I wanted to see it in person after you had, done the work for me.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I like it. Thank you for putting gold on for me.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
It is neat. This is one of the things I printed for Don and stuck up out here without, telling him. He's got a couple of good ones on this side too. That's what I do. I fix stuff and I know things, and this warranty isn't going to void itself. I don't know. Don might be a little more careful than that, but don't worry. I got this. I watched a YouTube video. I think Don and JB would both probably. Yeah, don't put your fingers in the wrong spot. And I'm yours. No returns or refunds. It's just the little things the husband gets to see when he comes out to Electricity Explained. When he comes to work on projects for the wife. So engineering flow chart. Does it move? No. Should it? No. No problem. Does it move? No. Should it? Yes. Use more lube. WD-40. Does it move? Yes. Should it? Yes. No problem. Does it move? Yes. Should it? No. Use more duct tape. So you either need WD-40 or you need duct tape to fix pretty much everything in the garage.
Right. Anything can be fixed.
Well, it looks great.
Yeah.
Well, I fixed the profile issue. I suspect when Don gets in, he's going to have to reset his seat. But, oh well. And I guess I decided to leave GOAT for the walkaway lock sound, and in park the horn will play La Cucaracha. So there's a saucer, a platter gear here, a saucer gear, a platter gear. It's this gray and black thing in the center, and then of course we have this big ring. Some of these parts are from the Robot Inventor. That's when they came out, so they're newish in the Technique world. Really enjoying the Technique build. You can see this thing spins, and here's part of the, I guess, the base for it. But I did do the first 3 bags, and dinner's just done, and I'm stopping. And the 2 minifigures were actually in bag 1, and they're just as cute as can be, and they're learning language and stuff through the wall here. So super cool. So we're a day behind on our own video, but Don and I do watch all of them up on the TV.
We do?
Funny. Yeah. I guess I could have let you stop it. Were you? Oh God. All I was going to say is we crack each other up because Don was like, I was like, don't move it back. And he's like, well, I'm moving it forward. I don't even remember.
I'm moving it back.
I'm like,
well, move it forward.
I'm like, well, back away from me toward the back of the cab of the truck or whatever. Anyway, so I started counting so I could make a comment to Don that we've been together forever. And if we are having trouble communicating after 30 plus years, that, there's really no hope.
There's no hope.
But I mean, two people that are very familiar with each other and have been in each other's hemisphere for forever, is pretty interesting. But what I was telling Don was, I came to work for Don on April the 1st. Pretty sure, or it could have been the 15th or 16th, because IBM only let you start at the first of the month and the middle of the month.
That's right.
Back then, I don't know what they do today, but who knows? But back then, I interviewed in February of 91, and I came to work for Don in April.
Okay.
So it's officially been 35 years.
Right.
It made me do that math. It made me do that math. But anyway, you can see we try so hard to communicate, and yet it can still be a little difficult sometimes. I knew what I meant.
I'm sure I didn't. I get in trouble all the time.